know when you've got clarity of direction in your team? One of the things that people often say to me is, why aren't people doing what I want them to do? And my first question is, how clear are you being? And usually people say, oh, I'm being really clear and everybody knows exactly what they need to do. So why is it that people aren't executing what you want them to do? And usually we think we're being clear and we're actually not. So the first place to look when people aren't executing what you want them to do is to really dig underneath and say, how clear am I being? Have I just articulated the direction once and dropped and run, as I call it, like dropped, here's where we're going, and then run and left people to execute? Because we need to reiterate the clarity of direction repeatedly, because otherwise people get distracted and it can be interpreted in lots of different ways. For example, if I asked you to build me a chair, if you'd worked with me before, you would probably know what kind of chair I wanted. But if you hadn't worked with me before, you might not know. And so I might think I've been clear because I've said, well, I wanted you to build me an office chair, but you might not know if I want arms on it or wheels on it, or what quality of materials do I want? And so we need to really think about, when we provide clarity, how much information do we actually need to provide? And that will differ for different people in the team. It will depend on the context. It will depend on how well you know people, the strength of the relationships. It will depend on, if it's a team that are executing, how aligned is the team. So when we're providing clarity, it's rife with so many assumptions. And it's a really great place to look. If people aren't doing what you want them to do, how can you be more clear? And how do you know when you're clear and when you're not?